So if war with Iran is such a good idea, let it be debated and discussed in Congress, and Congress can vote to declare war on Iran, and then we can join Israel in its efforts if that's what our elected representatives think is wise. I don't think that's the right course of action, but if we're going to do that, it must be done properly, according to our Constitution. The president, not just Trump, any president cannot unilaterally take us to war without congressional oversight and approval. It just is not the case. It has to be that way. So I hope, as we're inching closer to conflict, and Trump seems more and more willing to go along and get involved, I hope the role of Congress is not forgotten. I saw Thomas Massey making that point, and AOC, one of the most far right and far left people, agreeing that Congress must assert itself here.
We don't need another war. There are very obvious diplomatic off-ramps right now on the table, but continuing the strikes is going to kind of slam that option because Iran has a firm stance that if you keep bombing us and we keep being in the middle of what is looking like a war, we're not going to continue to negotiate. But they have voiced, even as recent as yesterday, that they would like to continue speaking, just like they wanted to continue speaking 2 days ago on Sunday before they were attacked on Thursday. That was the plan. And sometimes these talks take longer than we'd like. Now, I hear a lot of people on the right who are in favor of going to war with Iran saying that, this is the time to strike. Iran is the weakest it's ever been. And there's a whole conversation about that perspective. But I don't think it's in our best interest. When we look at what Israel has done so far, they didn't even attack or affect the nuclear facilities, which is the main goal that they're going after. So killing the supreme leader, assassination will only start a new war. It's certainly not going to end one. I think it's going to fire up, and not that they have the manpower to beat the U.S., but it's like, why would we want to engage with a country that's allied with China and Russia when we obviously are talking about the same thing in Russia right now, not wanting to engage with them in that way?